The Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be stopped out at the line to begin this ball game. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Pitts is the man in motion. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
3rd and 9. Dotson, the man in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. Left side in the hands of London. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
This is taken at the 25. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. A throw on the first play from Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Quick throw, taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for 1. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. 24 yards. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Smart decision there on first and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision-making here. Brings up second and goal.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal. Rodgers going up top again. And he's in! Aaron Rodgers! Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Look wide. Get this one complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And a good run there. It'll give him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 5. Off play action, it's Tua. A throw on the move is caught. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
He'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tua. Look at that. Sleeping across his body and connected. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll run with Robinson. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
One more time, it's Robinson. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Now, Tagovailoa on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
The 3rd down pass.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Play action now with Rodgers. He'll find his big target at Fryermuth. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Billy Coleman on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good for Steelers. 1st down.
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. as we are ready to get back underway. Here's Warren. Oh! Finding space at the 15. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Give him 27. And it's first and goal.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge. And then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up first and goal.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Throwing, Rodgers. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard
2 and out on first down. He takes off, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
So, from the 25, it's second and 5. And here's Bijan. And this will be a Falcons first down. As he gets it up past the 30, they'll mark him at the 32.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
14 on the pickup. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Pitts is the man in motion. Here's Tagovailoa. He fires downfield for Pitts. And he'll take it on in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Rodgers to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 33, here's second down and 4. Rodgers. He's got his man on the in route. Yes. taken in over the middle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
From the gun, Rodgers. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. To throw is under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
They'll run the draw with Warren. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Third and goal for Aaron Rodgers. They're called in at the 2.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to run. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Steelers.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Here's a designed run. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Rodgers here on second down. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Now Dowdle. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown Steelers. His second touchdown of this first half.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Makes the score Steelers 41, Falcons 7.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Tua now on third down. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Second and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. Tua. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Folk's kick is good. And the Falcons cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. The Steelers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll run with Dowdle. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Brandon Dormus there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 11 yards for number 11 and a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Rodgers now. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on fourth down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on third down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So you got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll step up and run. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Second and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Left side in the hands of London. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Atlanta.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun, here's Tua. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest kick.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop him for no gain. And now it's fourth and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here we go on fourth down with Tua. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. first down for Aaron. Metcalf with the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Metcalf. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there. Works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 14.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin the 4th by giving it to Robinson.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
A shotgun snap for Tua. In trouble, and down he goes. That is T.J. Watt. Gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down.
Play is a turnover on down.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 9. On play action, Rodgers. The second down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. He'll look deep for Pittman. That one incomplete. Recovery, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Tua gonna throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 31 yards.
It seems like the best offenses in the league all rely heavily on yards after the catch. And this is a great example of why, if you can deliver an accurate pass on the move with the speed and the elusiveness of some of these guys in the league, it is a handful in the open field for the defense to tackle.
First down throw there is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Second and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll step up and run this. And a nice run, close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
3rd and 2. Tagovailoa. Whoa! And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Now Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Derek Harmon in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Here's 2. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll get about 5.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll give on the ground. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll go with a counter on first down. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll stick with him again. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On third down, Rodgers. There's that man again. Another catch. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Tua. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He'll be hit as as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's 1st and 10. Tua to throw again. He finds Jahan Dotson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Tua. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.